What's up, YouTube? Matt Kennedy here. I appreciate all the viewership for the beta information. I'm trying to give you guys the best I can for content. It's really all we can do for anyone out there that is Madden content for YouTube, TikTok, whatever, Twitch. We can't show you any footages, or any footage in general, but we'll do our best to discuss what I see and things like that. I'm only going to be doing these quick 4 or 5 minute videos. The first one yesterday was 10 minutes, but it was my just overarching, general initial thoughts, only 2 hours in. But now that we did another 2 hours here, just kind of talking about more intricacies I've seen. My goal today in this video are some specific ability generalizations, and then also some other features that are new and my thoughts on how it could affect the game. The first thing is tank. So right now you see sound effects here. I'm playing in pass mode here. I'm in prevent defense against a toss play against Derrick Henry. Right there was a hit stick by Denzel Ward. We are just dominating tank. And I wouldn't say dominating, but I would say we're just shutting it down. Right there was a hit stick by Jordan Hicks against Derrick Henry. So we could be here all day, right? But all I'm trying to say is tank and other abilities are what they kind of promised, where it's not an absolute anymore. So we don't really know how that is going to change the meta per se, because it might actually be a balanced game. Even in franchise, I would not pick a running back just because of tank anymore, because not it's going to break every hit stick anymore. It's it's a chance to. It's still powerful for maybe those snow games, right? Or those rainy games where you might not be able to pass the ball downfield, or your quarterback slips, your receivers slip. It's a drop because of the rain. Obviously a running back will have its moments to shine in weather or other situations, in general, and still better than no tank at all. But I still feel like it's a big sigh of relief that these abilities just are not king, or they're not, absolutes anymore, or, this trumps this, or because every time it works this way. And it might be a chance where, hey, you have Enforcer, that's great. Enforcer Supreme, that's great. Doesn't always mean it's going to work, right? Now there are some X factors or abilities or whatever, for example, Blitz, where if you get a sack or a stop, it's not a D-line wiper bars. It's going to happen. Avalanche, it is a guarantee for a fumble if you get the right hit downhill. There are some abilities or X factors where, yes, it will be an absolute, because it's what it is in the definition or what the ability is. But the ones that actually could be chance-based, in my opinion, I have seen that difference to be that reflected. Another big thing right now is, if I am on defense, let's do a choose new play here. One thing that I've learned to practice is the target defender of the blitzing icon. Of do you want your O-line to actually pick him up or not? Here, and I've had 2 remotes. That way I was able to user versus user and do okay, I'm gonna hover over the center and disengage. This remote is gonna be on offense where I call hike, but before I call hike, I'm gonna what you do is you go to RS, you press the RB, or no, wait, it's L. Wait, hold on, let me go back to it. It should be L1. Yes, it's L1. So it's L1 in terms of the O-line, slide left, slide right, whatever. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna hold L1, press triangle, and then you go LS left right to pick, and then select. It's after you press L1 triangle, then select the player, and then that means he will be untargeted and ignored. Here's the thing that I realized, though. This only helps for a bluff blitz. So if someone hovers over the center and then drops back, that's where that is affected. The center is not going to go there and then be dumbed out and then go back over. If you are hovering over the center and you fake like you are blitzing but then drop back, the O-line does not fall for you anymore. So it really does work the way it should. The O-line will then just at the snap, if you back up, they will just go to the, DT, or they will go to the left end. Or now you might say, well, Matt, if you're untargeted and you really blitz, can you just go right through? No. The O-line for like a very fourth of a second ignores you, but then once they see you're coming, they slide over and still block you. So I feel like that's a little bit flawed. Let me know if when you lab that, you got a different result. But all I'm trying to say is it seems a little bit like overpowered. There is no risk reward, because how can I untarget you for the chance of a bluff? But then if I do use or blitz, I am picked up. They said to ignore me. So like, that's stupid. They should ignore me then. Like, that's how the game code should work. So I don't know about that one. The last thing I'll say, keep it, I guess we're 8 minutes here. It's fine. The last big thing is just talking about like stunts. So if I were to right now do, like, let's just say I do, I don't know. Let's just do, this doesn't really matter. If I were to pick a stunt play, okay, hold on a second. That's not what I wanted. Let me switch. Wait, what's going on here? So if I were to do a defense, let's do choose new play. Or switch, flip sides. Okay. Let the play go. Okay. If I were to switch sides on offense and defense, okay, and if I were to tell you about stunts are brand new this year, okay? How it works is, bigger players don't really matter. Okay, here we go. So if I want to go to, let's just say I go to like, dime, okay? Dime, it's a 4-man rush, okay? What you do is you need to hold triangle, and then what you are able to do is the stunts are only for the defensive lineman, okay? Or it's going to be for who's blitzing that play, okay? So what you can do is you can go to anyone you want, like Texas 4-man, right? Pirate 3-man, right? So like you can literally choose all these stunts, and so, and then you release your triangle on the one you pick for what stunt you want. So that sounded kind of confusing. Let me say it one more time. As you go to nickel, dime, whatever, to your packages, and then you pick your package nickel, then you have 3 plays across the screen. What you then do is hold triangle, and you can say what stunt you want for your defensive lineman in those play packages, if that makes sense. So stunts are a real thing, and I think they are really overpowered from what I've played with. And it really makes it just makes you do a lot of things where I can just, if I know you're rolling out right, I'm not going to do contain. Because if I do contain, I'm going to remove my edge threat. I'm going to remove my pass rush abilities, right? Because it's just containing. I'm just going to hover my guys to stunt right. And then I can do like just a normal 4-man rush, but it's going to be a heavy blitz to the right. I might even bring a linebacker and shoot right. And then maybe I'll get in free, and maybe your offensive lineman's not ready for it if you're not going to slide right. So I think the stunning is a definite defense advantage. Abilities are a defensive advantage. It's not an absolute anymore. I feel like the untargeted of the blitzing can actually only benefit the offense. It can only hurt the defense. So we have 2 things in this video we talk about that help the defense, but one of them helped the offense. So I still think it's going to be more of a defensive game this year based on what I've seen. But again, we're going to upload numerous videos going over my beta thoughts. This is just one of the numerous ones. A little bit longer than I thought, but it is what it is. We'll go from there. Take care. Peace.